Hey everyone, it's Lori with Farmhouse Stencil Shop. I am going to show you how to make a reverse canvas sign. A few weeks ago I did a live video and I showed you how to make a reverse canvas. Well, I have extra canvases and I need to use them, so I thought I would come on here again and do a quick little video to show you that again. So I purchased a 10-pack of regular canvases at Walmart. So they're just plain white canvases, but when you take them apart, underneath you have this pretty frame. You have to take apart the back, take all the staples out, and it has a pretty little frame under it. And this one I have stained already, but it makes a nice little frame for your sign. And your canvas looks like this. And so what you do is make sure you line up your canvas under your frame. And I have already painted my canvas with the Waverly chalk paint in the ivory shade. So I've already done that. So you just make sure that you have it lined up really well, because you want to make sure that when you put your stencil on it that you have it positioned in place correctly. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just going to line up my stencil, make sure it'll show up good inside my frame. And then I can take the frame off, take a little bit of painter's tape, and tape that down. And then just stencil on your letters. Let me move this over. So I didn't get to come on and do a live video yesterday, and the last couple weeks I've been really busy. So I need to get back to doing that again. So I will soon, I promise. I just have been busy, and I posted that I just got finished with a yard sale, and we had a really good turnout for our yard sale, and we decided to open it on Thursday evening. And I live 3 miles down a dirt road in a really rural area. So I didn't even know if we would get many shoppers, but our little town of 1,200 people, they were having community yard sales. Let me move this over here, maybe, so I don't have to keep reaching in front. And so we decided to try it, and my mom and my grandpa both live across the road from me. So we set up yard sales at all 3 of our houses, which took all week long. But it really worked out well. We had so many shoppers. Like I said, we opened on Thursday, and we had shoppers that evening, and they were driving all the way out to the house. And I was just really surprised. And then Friday we had a really good turnout as well. And then of course Saturday, and we decided to keep it open yesterday, but we sold so much stuff. It was the best turnout I've ever had at a yard sale because of the volume of stuff that we sold. So it was a good time, and at least all the hard work paid off. So anyhow, I'm just going over this a couple of times with regular black paint. Now, my favorite paint that I like to use is just regular latex flat black Valspar paint. And I use a lot of paint, so I like to buy it in quarts. And I mean, it's good for sign painting. It's not your regular craft paints, but it works. And so that's what I'm using right now. And I'm just gonna go over a couple times. Hopefully I didn't get any bleeding because I was talking and not paying good attention to what I was doing. But you don't ever wanna press too hard, because you will get bleeds if you press down too hard. that will be good. Then you just remove your stencil. My stencils are all 5mm Mylar, and they work pretty good. It's what I've always used since I started stenciling back in like 2009 I started. And I had ordered 5mm stencils and I really liked them, so that's what I make my stencils out of. And it might not be for everybody, but it works really well and it does hold up good. And if you handle them with care and take care of them when you're cleaning them, they will last a long time. I don't recommend spraying adhesives on the back if you don't have to, because some of the letters are more delicate and they can rip if you stick it down to your boards. So I would not, it's just not really necessary. If you practice with just the painter's tape, it will, I mean, it works good, and you'll find out that spray adhesives are not necessary for these stencils. But anyhow, let me put that to the side. My sign says, hold on, let me overthink this. That basically describes me, overthinking everything. So now I'm just going to take a fine tip brush, and I use these paint brushes that I find at Hobby Lobby. These are my favorite ones. They are really fine tipped, and they're about $5.99 for a pack of like 5 of them, but they work really well. Now you don't have to paint your bridges, but it's something that I like to do. I know a lot of the things I say is repetitive, but I make signs, so it's just what I do, and I have to just, I want to kind of explain the process of how I make my signs in all my videos. So I appreciate you guys that listen repeatedly to the same things over and over again. So yep, I paint the bridges. You need a steady hand or just go really slow. But a good paintbrush, and don't get too much paint on your paintbrush when you're doing this. And it will work out nicely for you. Kind of rushing there, and it looks a little sloppy. Okay, so I got that done. So now the next thing that you do is you're going to want to place your frame back over and position it nicely where you think it looks pretty good. Take a pencil and draw around it. You're going to cut off the edges of the canvas. So you want to cut on the inside of your mark because you don't want the canvas to be hanging over. You don't want to be able to see the canvas from behind your frame. So make sure you cut your mark off. I am so ready for summer. We opened our pool and it's nice and clean. Now I just need the hot weather so I can get out there and enjoy it. I cannot wait. It keeps raining. It keeps raining and the weather just comes and goes here in the Midwest. Hot, cold, chilly, rainy. Okay. So then the next thing you do is you flip over your canvas or your frame, and the back of your frame does not have to be stained. It doesn't have to look pretty because you're just going to cover it. So you place it on there. And then you want to take a staple gun and just staple it down. Oops, I hope I didn't. Oh, it's showing a little bit, but I will just continue since I might have to take a little blade and cut that off. It's really important that you cut it smaller than your frame so it's not sticking out. You don't want to be able to see it from the front. You want to pull it pretty tight because you don't want any wrinkles. We're almost done here. All right. So there you have it. Hold on, let me overthink this. So I appreciate you guys watching my videos, and I would really appreciate it if you give me a heart and share this. Thank you so much.